The Nifty is up close to around 20 points. The top gainers on the Nifty this morning, well, we should get them up for you on the screen. Tata Consumer is up close to around 1.5%. UPL is trading in the green with a gain of close to around 1% or thereabouts. On the flip side, what's dragging today's HDFC Life? Remember, wrap on the knuckles. That stock's down close to around 1.2% odd. And Adani Enterprises, a quick downtake out there. That's down close to around 2% as we speak. From the tech names, TCS is down close to around 0.7%. UltraTech Cement is pulling back this morning. That's up close to around 1% or thereabouts. And Divi's Laboratory as well, trading in the green. Now, from the broader markets, you have Shree Cement. That's down close to around 6 to around 7%. Remember, the last few days, the stock has been getting knocked back because there's an IT survey that's being conducted at a couple of their plants. That's why that stock's down close to around 8%. Numbers have been doing the rounds, but no official comment. The management has said that they're looking into it and they're cooperating with officials. We'll have to wait for an outcome on that front. HUL Laboratories as well, down close to around 4%. So those are the two big movers from the broad markets. But Rima, what else?
Well, Landmark Cars, that's opened out with another gain of 2%. This follows the near 8-9% rally on Friday. Very large marquee investors have bought into the company in the block deal on Friday, and that share price continues to move higher. You've also seeing a bit green on the screen when it comes to RVNL, where the company has been won some orders, L1. In fact, they have been winning quite a few orders off late. ICICI Securities continues to top the charts in terms of volumes as well, 10% higher on that. Godrej Properties has opened up mildly in the green. HDFC Life, via a very small investment, the company will now be entering into the diagnostic space. So the news over there has pushed the stock up by close to about 0.5%. Apollo Tyres, though, is a bit subdued. It's opened with a cut of nearly 1.25%. They had an investor day on Saturday where the company reiterated its ambition to achieve $5 billion of revenues by FY25, improving margins to more than 15%, but the stock is sulking in trade. But all in all, it's flat opening on the Nifty and the Sensex. The mid-cap index is struggling a bit, so the mid-cap index is down close to about 0.5%.
Well, 15 points on the Nifty, as you said, Rima. So 18,684 is where we are at on the index at this point. So still trading, just keeping head above the 20-day moving average, like what we did on Friday. Friday, of course, was too close, but here we are putting some distance now. Shree Cement, as Nigel pointed out, is the big loser. It's coming up with large volumes for a name like Shree. It's down almost, I think, 8%. So 23,232 on Shree Cements. So that's the big one. Adani Group stocks were all under pressure on Friday. I mean, actually, Ports and Enterprises and others not in the Nifty as well. They were all down. Adani Enterprises is down another 2.5 on volumes this morning. We've got Ipca Labs, which we mentioned, down 4%. SBI Card is down about 2.33%. I think there is a downgrade on SBI Card this morning. Shriram Finance continues to pull back. Both Piramal and Shriram were losers on Thursday and then Friday, and they're both sort of back below that euphoric moves that we saw post the block deals, where Piramal sold out of Shriram Finance. Adani Transmission is down a little bit. Total Gas is down about 2%. Adani Green is down about 3.5%. So there is some selling here in this group. Rolex Rings is down about 4.33%. 2,081 on Rolex Rings, and if I go down, volumes will start to become a bit of a problem. They need to pick up a little bit more to come back and look at this. We were just talking about Max Financial having done well over the last two sessions, but this morning it's down just 0.5% or so. Overall, it's neither here nor there. Blinking red and green on the Nifty, so the 17 points are gone for now, but we'll come back and take a look at things in just a bit from now. I'm just scanning the sort of markets for stocks which are higher. Parag Mill Policy Bazaar, I think there was an analyst day. Policy Bazaar is up about 2.5%. There are, I think, a few others. Mapma India, we had the management with us on Monday morning. Mapma India was a decent gainer on Friday as well. And this morning, it's up another 3%. So, more and more stocks starting to participate. Market breadth is positive, but the opening levels were some 2.5:1. That gap is now closing.
Consumer names are doing pretty well. So your top Nifty gainer right now is Tata Consumer. That's up 2.3%. HUL is up 0.75%. ITC is higher by 0.5%. Today you've got the Hindustan Unilever AGM. And tomorrow, Rohit Java will take over officially as the CEO. Up until now, he's been the CEO designate. But Mr. Sanjeev Mehta will be stepping down after being at the helm or the CEO of the company for more than a decade. So the street is going to be watching the AGM very closely, and whether the growth, which up until now was led by pricing rather than volume, is that something which is going to be changing? Will we start seeing a pickup in volumes for HUL rather than a price-led growth? So HUL, keep your eye on that. And another stock, Infosys, because the company has won a pretty large deal. They won a deal from a Nordic bank. According to the contours that have been shared by the company, Infosys will be getting close to about $450 million in terms of not annual revenues, but revenues through the course of this deal. But as a part of the deal, the company also has to acquire the IT center of this bank, which houses close to about 1,400 employees. So when that happens, typically the margins are on the lower side. So yes, there is going to be a revenue potential of $450 million. That's the deal size. When you take over the IT operations of their center in Bengaluru and you take over 1,400 employees, the margins are on the lower side, at least initially, till you can scale it up.
Okay.
The stock is not very enthused, clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. 1264 on Infosys, absolutely flat.